God bless you. Welcome to our show.
These are 12 unforgettable country songs from the 1970s that still make folks homesick for the good times. Number 12, Luckenbach, Texas, Back to the Basics of Love by Waylon Jennings.
Things in life that make it worth living.
Near the end of the decade, Waylon Jennings delivered a song that sounded less like a hit record and more like a deep breath. Released in 1977 on RCA Records, Luckenbach, Texas shot to number 1 on the Billboard Hot Country Singles chart, becoming one of Waylon's signature outlaw anthems. The backstory is almost poetic. The tiny town of Luckenbach had barely a handful of residents, yet songwriter Chips Moman and Bobby Emmons turned it into a symbol of simpler living. The song even name-checks fellow country legends like Hank Williams and Willie Nelson, tying the outlaw movement back to its roots. Imagine a warm summer night in a roadside bar, a neon sign buzzing while someone drops a quarter into the jukebox. As Waylon's laid-back voice floats through the room, conversations slow down and boots tap the wooden floor. In the years since, the song has become more than music. It's a philosophy. For many fans, Luckenbach, Texas still represents the dream of leaving the noise behind and getting back to what really matters. Number 11, The Gambler by Kenny Rogers.
Met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep.
Few country songs have traveled as far through American culture as The Gambler. Released in 1978 on United Artists Records, the song climbed straight to number 1 on the country chart and soon crossed over to the pop charts as well. Written by Don Schlitz, the song tells a story as old as the railroad.
A cigarette and asked me for a light. And the night got better.
A weary traveler meeting a mysterious gambler on a nighttime train ride. Schlitz reportedly wrote the entire song in about an hour, drawing inspiration from the wisdom of older men he'd known growing up. When Kenny Rogers recorded it, something magical happened. His calm, storytelling voice gave the song a timeless quality, like an old friend sharing life advice across a poker table.
When the dealing's done,
you could hear it everywhere in the late 70s. Truck stops, living rooms, long highway drives with the radio glowing softly on the dashboard. The Gambler went on to inspire TV movies, books, and even a pop culture catchphrase. Know when to hold 'em. Decades later, those words still carry the same quiet wisdom. Number 10, Coal Miner's Daughter by Loretta Lynn.
He shoveled coal to make a poor man's dollar.
In 1970, Loretta Lynn released what might be the most personal song in her entire catalog. Coal Miner's Daughter, released on Decca Records, reached number 1 on the country chart and instantly became an anthem of Appalachian pride. Loretta didn't just sing the song, she lived it.
Well, I've seen her fingers bleed to complain that.
Growing up in Butcher Hollow, Kentucky, she was literally the daughter of a coal miner. The lyrics tell the story of poverty, family love, and a childhood built on resilience. What makes the song remarkable is its honesty. At a time when many country hits were polished narratives, Loretta simply told the truth about her upbringing. Picture a kitchen radio playing softly while supper cooks on the stove.
Daddy always managed to get the money somewhere.
Parents nod along because they remember those same hard days and the pride that came with surviving them. The song later inspired Loretta's best-selling autobiography and the Oscar-winning film starring Sissy Spacek. But long before Hollywood noticed, country fans already knew this was a story worth telling. Number 9, Take This Job and Shove It by Johnny Paycheck.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no.
By 1977, Frustration with the daily grind had found its perfect soundtrack. Johnny Paycheck's fiery anthem, "Take This Job and Shove It," exploded onto the charts, reaching #1 on Billboard's country chart. Written by David Allan Coe,
Ain't here no more. Woman I love, she just left.
the song captured a feeling many working Americans knew well. Paycheck's gritty voice delivered the lyrics like a man finally saying what everyone else was thinking. There's a raw edge to the recording, almost like the microphone could barely contain the emotion. That's exactly why fans loved it. Imagine a crowded bar after a long shift at the factory.
A flat top haircut, Lord, he thinks he's cool.
Someone feeds the jukebox, and suddenly the whole room is singing along. The song became one of the first true working-class protest songs in mainstream country music, even inspiring a 1981 movie with the same title. More than 4 decades later, the phrase still gets laughs and knowing nods. Proof that Johnny Paycheck struck a nerve that never really faded. Number 8, Sunday Morning Coming Down by Johnny Cash.
Wake up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head.
When Johnny Cash recorded Sunday Morning Coming Down in 1970, he turned Chris Christopherson's haunting lyrics into one of the most honest songs country music had ever heard. Released on Columbia Records, the track reached #1 on the country chart and earned Christopherson the Country Music Association Song of the Year award.
Lord, that I was stoned.
The song paints a vivid picture of loneliness and regret after a long night out. Cash's deep, reflective voice gives every line a sense of lived experience. You can almost see it. A quiet Sunday morning street, sunlight slipping through the blinds while the smell of someone else's breakfast drifts through the air.
Girl that he was swinging.
At the time, the song stirred controversy for its reference to drug use, something rarely heard in country music then. But Cash insisted on singing it exactly as written. Today, the track stands as one of the most powerful storytelling moments in country history. A reminder that even legends sometimes sing about broken mornings. Number 7, Tulsa Time by Don Williams. In 1978, Don Williams proved that sometimes the quietest voices carry the farthest. His smooth recording of Tulsa Time climbed to #1 on the country chart, becoming one of the most beloved songs of the decade. Originally written by Danny Flowers, the song has a relaxed groove that feels almost hypnotic. Williams didn't push the vocals. He simply glided through the lyrics with that unmistakable, warm baritone. The story is simple. A man chasing dreams in Los Angeles before realizing life might be better back home in Tulsa. Picture a late-night highway drive, headlights stretching across empty pavement while the radio hums softly in the background. That gentle rhythm feels like the road itself. Don Williams became known as the gentle giant of country music, and this song perfectly shows why. Even now, Tulsa Time carries a timeless message. Sometimes the best place in the world is the one you came from. Number 6, Behind Closed Doors by Charlie Rich. When Charlie Rich released Behind Closed Doors in 1973, it changed the sound of country radio almost overnight. The song topped the Billboard country chart and also crossed into the pop charts. Written by Kenny Odell, the song's smooth production blended country storytelling with lush Nashville instrumentation. Rich's soulful delivery gave it a romantic warmth that stood out immediately. Some traditionalists were surprised by the song's sensual tone, something country music rarely explored so openly at the time. Picture a slow dance in a dimly lit living room while the record spins quietly on a turntable.
Too tired to say, I want you.
That soft piano intro set the mood for thousands of evenings across America. The success of the song helped Charlie Rich win Entertainer of the Year at the CMA Awards in 1974. If these classics are bringing back memories, hit that like button and subscribe. We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the golden years of music alive for fans like you. Number 5. Rhinestone Cowboy by Glen Campbell.
Knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds, and the ink stain.
When Glen Campbell released Rhinestone Cowboy in 1975, it became one of the biggest crossover hits country music had ever seen. The song topped both the country and pop charts, making Campbell a household name far beyond Nashville.
Fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us.
Written by Larry Weiss, the song tells the story of a struggling musician chasing dreams in a world that doesn't always notice. Listeners connected deeply with that message. After all, the 70s were full of people chasing better lives and brighter futures. Imagine driving down a dusty highway
Not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads by the rivers.
with the windows rolled down and that soaring chorus filling the car. The song earned Campbell Grammy nominations and remains one of the most recognizable country hits of all time. Even decades later, that shimmering image of a rhinestone cowboy riding toward success still feels like pure American optimism. Number 4. He Stopped Loving Her Today by George Jones.
He stopped loving her today.
In 1980, George Jones recorded what many critics call the greatest country song ever written. He Stopped Loving Her Today topped the charts and revived Jones's career. The recording almost didn't happen. Jones struggled with personal problems, and producers
Still loved her through it all.
reportedly had to piece the final vocal together from multiple sessions. But when the finished record arrived, it stunned the entire country music world. The song tells the heartbreaking story of a man whose love lasts until the day he died.
Out in years.
Picture a quiet room, the needle lowering onto a vinyl record as that mournful piano begins to play. The track went on to win CMA Song of the Year and Single of the Year, and it still appears on nearly every list of country music's greatest recordings. Some songs entertain, others linger forever. This one belongs to the second category. Number 3, Your Cheatin' Heart by Hank Williams Jr. Carrying the legacy of a legend is never easy, but Hank Williams Jr. found his own way through the 1970s. His powerful live performances of classic songs like Your Cheatin' Heart brought his father's music to a new generation. The Williams family name already meant something sacred in country music, and Hank Jr. walked a careful line between honoring tradition and forging his own rebellious style. Picture a packed honky-tonk crowd swaying together as the familiar melody fills the room. By the late 70s, Hank Jr. would redefine himself as a Southern rock-influenced outlaw star. But these early performances reminded fans where the story began. In many ways, Hank Jr.'s journey mirrored the decade itself, country music evolving while still holding tight to its roots. Number 2, I Will Always Love You by Dolly Parton. In 1974, Dolly Parton wrote a goodbye that would echo across generations. I Will Always Love You, released on RCA Records, became a #1 country hit. Dolly wrote the song as a farewell to her longtime mentor, Porter Wagner,
Taking with me.
when she decided to leave his television show and pursue a solo career. Instead of anger, she offered gratitude. Imagine a quiet living room where someone hears those opening notes and suddenly feels every goodbye they've ever said. The song has been recorded many times, but Dolly's original version remains pure country heartbreak. Years later, it would become one of the most famous songs in the world. But in 1974, it was simply a heartfelt thank you wrapped in melody. And for many fans, it remains Dolly Parton's most touching moment. Number 1, Jolene by Dolly Parton.
Jolene, Jolene, oh, I'm taking out.
At the top of our countdown is a song that proves country music can tell an unforgettable story in just a few minutes. Released in 1973, Jolene became one of Dolly Parton's most iconic recordings, reaching a 1 on the country chart.
But I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't.
The inspiration reportedly came from a bank teller who flirted with Dolly's husband. A small moment that turned into one of the most haunting songs in country history. That repeating guitar riff feels almost hypnotic, as Dolly pleads with Jolene to leave her man alone.
I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you. And
You can picture the scene. A dim dance hall, couples swaying slowly while Dolly's voice echoes through the speakers. Over the decades, Jolene has been covered by artists from the White Stripes to Miley Cyrus, proving its power never faded. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 12 country songs from the 1970s that still make us homesick for the good times. From the raw honesty of Loretta Lynn to the storytelling magic of Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, this decade proved that country music could capture everyday life better than any other genre. Thank you for taking this trip down memory lane with us. And don't miss our next video, the best-selling country song of all time, where a new decade brought fresh legends and unforgettable hits. Until then, keep the music playing and keep those memories close.